Yo, what is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. Two Pokemon that were recently buffed in terms of their moves here in Season 15 of Go Battle League. Emolga and Toxicroak. Emolga was a huge winner before it had Thundershock, Discharge, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace, very poor move. Discharge, a bit of an underwhelming move. And then, of course, Acrobatics, a very hard-hitting flying move. Toxicroak has access to buffed Mud Bomb. And Mud Bomb now is going to be dealing a lot more damage. Well, not a lot more, but noticeably more, which is going to help it flip some matchups. But I think the biggest winner in this crew we're running here has to be Emolga. And there were some pretty funny games in this set where things were looking grim, but we found a way. And here in game one, Dugong a little bit awkward for us. Not the best lead, but I didn't feel like it was worth just swapping out right away. So I throw my Discharge first to try and get a shield or do some damage. I get the shield. I go straight into G-Fisk. I know G-Fisk can tank a drill run a lot better than Toxicroak can. So that's why I elected to safe swap the G-Fisk. And Dugong is staying in, so I'm just going to throw this Rock Slide while Mr. Dugong is still there. Chip away at him. Gets him to below half of where he is. Then the Medicham comes in, and this kind of surprised me that the opponent didn't simply, like, come in right away with Medi when I swapped, because this allowed me to chip the Dugong and land the Earthquake here. A little bit awkward, though. A little bit awkward as Emolga here is going to have to start shielding up, and it is an Ice Punch. I go for my Discharge right away. Just don't want to allow Medi to get to another Ice Punch. And he actually shields, so I actually swap Tox, and I catch an Ice Punch in the process. So that's like best case scenario. We're going to go for a farm here. He combo plays with the Dugong. I know it's probably an Icy Wind, but I have to respect the drill run. Nice bait by him. I'm going to commit to a full counter down here. Come out with a lot of energy. That Medicham is still lurking. I wasn't 100% sure how much energy is on the Medicham. So I get to double Mud Bomb and I throw one just to get rid of Medi here. And I'm like, this is kind of tough. I've got two very low Pokemon, but it's a Registeel. And Registeel has virtually zero fast move pressure. So we're going to throw a Mud Bomb, and we're actually going to dip into our Emolga, forcing the Regi to expend energy. And as you know, Registeel cannot double up on charge moves. So this is going to give us free reign. And uh-oh, what is Rise doing? He's sludge bombing the Registeel. Unbelievable. If you feel like unsubscribing because you can't handle the BM, do it. Viewer discretion's advised. I say it at the start of every video. Just kidding. I don't. If you can't handle Toxicroak sludge bombing a Registeel, I guess you're going to have to find a new YouTuber to watch. But here we are against Dunsparce. Not the best matchup, but once again, like, I don't really want to just swap out right away. So I decide to shield up. Then I go for the Acrobatics. We land it. Very nice. And then I catch onto my Galarian Stunfisk, what should be a Rock Slide here, double resisted. So that's pretty good for us. He's staying in. And oh, what a terrible misplay I make here. Literally no reason to throw my Rock Slide there. I could have thrown it earlier. I could have thrown it later. And for some odd reason, I thought I win CMP against Dunsparce. So a huge misplay by Rise. But it's okay. We're not going to give up yet. In comes a Talonflame. You don't see Talonflame too often anymore, but I was thinking it kind of makes sense with a lot of the new ice buffs. It does really well against Alolan Sandslash, for example. I get off both Rock Slides, and I'm like, this is kind of tough. I decide to just kind of sacrifice my Toxicroak here, because my thought process is it could be like Emolga double fly, or sorry, it could be Dunsparce double flyer, and maybe Emolga could like go off in the back and sweep. So he expends all his energy to take out my Tox. I overfarm a little bit. I don't want to take the damage of a second Incinerate. So I throw here after 4 Thundershocks. Bang. What's in back? It's an Abomasnow. And it's a Razor Leaf Abomasnow, even better. We get off the Acrobatics. Is this enough to one-shot? Boom, yes it is. And we take it down. I got a comment on one of my last videos that I was trying to copy Zionic with the Boom. Bruh. Boom is Zionic's thing. But, like, it's also just a standard reaction to a charge move one-shotting something. Boom. So if I occasionally say boom when that happens, I'm not trying to copy him. I'm just reacting, okay? Okay. Glad we got that sorted. Lucas. Lucas will be the name of the commenter today. Yeah, opponent misplays here. I safe swap, and then he just, like, lets his Ampharos go. So this trainer, probably, like, a newer player to the Go Battle League. We're in here with Tox. I'm going to come in with Emolga. And I kind of make a call here that, because, like, of his play so far, maybe he doesn't have great moves either. So I call, like, it's probably a Razor Shell or not a Hydro Cannon. That could have been risky, though. Imagine if it was, like, a Blizzard. Because he got a big farm. We get the Thunder Shock down. It's a 2-on-1 fast break. And it is an Obstagoon. Obstagoon, not good for our G-Fisk, but, like, after we land the Acrobatics, I'm comfortable just coming in here. Because we're totally fine. It's in Rock Slide range. G-Fisk is bulky enough to tank these charge moves. It's just a Night Slash. One thing to keep in mind, a bit of an advanced thing, is if you're going up against an opponent or an opposing Pokemon that can boost, and it's a charge move priority, sometimes you can't see whether they boost or not. So just keep that in mind. It's not something I'd, like, worry about too much, but I know some players, like, purposely try to avoid that so, like, they know if they know if their opponent boosts or not. But you could also just try and recognize the damage that's being inflicted after that situation. Queuing into the next battle here. Let's go. Young boy Seth. Emolga into D-Nair. Yeah, tough lead. So we safe swap the Toxicroak. I just throw my Mud Bomb as soon as I get it to put some pressure on the D-Nair. Counters are chunking. Dragon Breaths are chunking a little bit more. So we put up a shield here. I wasn't 100% sure if I get to this Mud Bomb, but I did, so it actually forces Dragonair to throw its energy. I'm going to come in with G-Fisk and go for a huge Mud Shot down. I'm going to have to take an Aqua Tail in the process, but I think I'm okay with that. Doesn't do too much. In comes Swampert. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here. A little bit awkward, though. It's going to be hard for me. Oh, okay. So I get the shield from the Earthquake, and this is better because I think Acrobatics might do even more than Earthquake would have, since it's coming from a higher attack-weighted Pokemon. We get off the Acrobatics here. This is massive. Big damage inflicted. Oh, the camera guy. Couldn't believe how much damage he did. He veered off to the side. Nice undercharge by the opponent. Wanting to try and farm down to get off a Hydro. He doesn't quite get off a Hydro against G-Fisk. So it's G-Fisk with a shield against a Walrein. And I just have to be careful to not allow the catch here. The catch is our opponent's win condition. So I'm going to shield up. I'm a few mud shots ahead, so I can be a little bit patient here. And our opponent was actually off, so he actually tried to catch one mud shot too early, which made our job a little bit easier. There we go. I think that's 4-0. And Moo Moo, friend of the channel, mod on Twitch, put the pressure on me, saying, "Oh, will Rise go 5-0 as the prediction?" I hard swap in Tox. Our opponent's really slow to swap, so I'm feeling like, okay, this is going to be a very plausible win. We land the Sludge as well. Things are going good. Wasn't sure whether I wanted to shield here or not. And I call the Pup. Everything's going right. How did I lose this game? What happens? I feel like I lose this game somehow. You know, maybe I should have considered shielding to get off the mud bomb. But I don't shield. Oh, I remember how I lose the game. I remember how I lose the game. It's coming up very, very shortly, right here. I don't shield the Psychic. Gosh, what a terrible no-shield. What a terrible no-shield. And then there's an Azumarill in the back. If I simply shield the Psychic, Thundershock down, well, I don't know if it's a guaranteed win because the Sandslash could probably CMP and get my final shield. But I think I'm in a good spot if I just shield that. I don't know. It's hard to tell for sure. But yeah, just a terrible no shield by me. I'm going to commit to the mud shot down here since it's the only win condition potentially. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Sandslash 5, Shadow Claws to every Ice Punch. And our 5-0, we couldn't close it out. We couldn't clutch it up, but we had some nice plays in the previous game, so we'll take the 4-1. Emolga, dude, I recommend trying it out if you want to have some fun. Definitely one of the biggest winners, like in terms of improvement of a Pokemon. Went from really non-viable almost in the meta with Discharge and Aerial Ace, like just pretty dang bad, to like legitimately a core breaker for now for many teams. So I recommend trying out Emolga and Toxicroak as well. All the Mud Bomb users, man, have gotten really strong, and we've got, as you're getting a little sneak peek, some more teams with new Pokemon that we'll be showcasing in the coming days. So if you don't want to miss any of these videos, feel free to turn on post notifications, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And that said, thank you guys all for watching so much. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.